everyone. We're back with part 4 of 5 for the diving deeper into the ancestors of the Tazama African Tarot. Today we're going to talk about the sword suit, so we're going to put this one aside again for now. And then we will take the booklet with the sword cards. So again, like we've seen, I think, in the last 2 videos when we started with the suits, really, the Ace of Swords doesn't really have a facial feature in the sense of an ancestor, you know. Still pretty traditional, right? Like I said, I will also maybe do just really a walkthrough, flip through in that sense, of the whole deck as one. For now, my daughter is making a lot of noise in the back there. Stop it. We continue then with the Two of Swords. I mean, we can see the picture coming back. So for the Two of Swords, we see the ancestor, which is a man from Rwanda rocking the traditional Rwandan hairstyle amasunzo. This hairstyle represented a role or stage in the lives of both men and women. When warriors wore it, it symbolized strength and bravery. Women can wear this style of hair too, to showcase they are eligible for marriage. Once married, they would grow their hair back freely, gutega urugori, signifying her marital status. It was a way of beautifying the body and part of Rwandan etiquette. The style would reflect power and class. Powerful leaders and nobles wore the hairstyle as well. And it continues, so let's look at that. Excuse me. So it continues with a sharp blade and umushio, the hair gets cut. Some parts of the hair are cut sideways, some towards the middle, and some parts upwards into the crescent shape. Like with the Two of Swords, you have to choose the direction as your path may not seem too straightforward. You have to contemplate your next move. You have built armor around yourself, but you might need to put your armor down. The direction is not always clear, and you might have to consider 2 options. And you see here some, well, different of those hairstyles, because again, choice is made, you know. Even though they're very particular and we can really distinguish them, every hairstyle still is a little bit different, right? So pretty cool, pretty cool. We go to the Three of Swords, and it's not an ancestor, but I knew the symbol. It's an Adinkra symbol, which I made a deck for myself. So even though it's not an ancestor, it definitely has ancestral lineage. So rather than using a regular heart, here we use the Adinkra symbol Sankofa, meaning return and get it. A symbol of the importance of learning from the past, to go and get back what we have forgotten, to know your history, and to fetch what is at risk of getting left behind. It implies critical examination and patient investigation that asks for a certain kind of wisdom. Wisdom that can also be applied to love in a Three Swords kind of situation. Author Adolf H. Agbo wrote a book titled Values of Adinkra Symbols, teaching the meanings of these Akan symbols drawn by the Guiaman people of Ghana and the Ivory Coast. So yeah, that's beautiful, right? I love, because in all honesty, the Three of Swords with the 3 swords stabbing the heart, not my favorites. However, I do love that they really made it still in a very African way, right? So even though not my favorite, the way they did it, I'm approving. No, I'm enjoying in that sense, you know. Okay, let's go to the 4. Do we see him? Because it's this little child. Did we not see this picture before? Or am I crazy now? I thought we had him, right? Maybe the text will say again. But in this case, it's this boy. If we put it like this, I hope you can see. Okay. So let's read, because I recognize the picture. A boy that is from the Bakuba people, same as the man in the 3 of Swords. See? Oh, was it the 3 of this one? Am I? Let me see. No, we didn't have a man in the 3 of Swords, people. So I think that's a mistake. Maybe the 3 of Wands or the 3 of Cups. Let me check. Yeah, it was the 3 of Wands. I think that's a misspelling in the book, but no problem. Yeah, see? Okay, let me put this away so there's no distraction. Here we had this man, and then here we have the child in front of him, you know. But we're now talking about this one then. So same as the man in the 3 of, well, Wands. I think that's a typo. The Kuba people originated from the kingdom of Bakura, also known as Bakongo or Bashongo, in Central Africa, which is now partly Congo and partly Angola. In the original image, the boy is standing in front of Kimi Kambu, a general council of the king. The boy could be Kimi Kambu's son or one of the king's sons. Okay. So yeah, we saw this one at least in the 3 of Wands it was then. And then the boy was used now for the 4 of Swords. Okay, interesting. They show the map, the region, you know, of these Kabu or Bakuba people. That's always nice. Okay, let's continue here with the 5 of Swords. A Somalian guard from the end of the 19th century carrying a spear, a shield, and a dagger from the Migdan people, to be exact. The spear and shield were the most commonly used weapons for a Somali soldier. It looks like we're getting more, so yeah, we can definitely see. Yeah, we get a little bit more, because apparently there are also more pictures, which we like. Okay, they continue here. The spear would be anointed with a poison called kuaben. I think that's from this, which is a toxin derived from a plant that is native to Eastern Africa. Around his neck, the guard is wearing gardhasso. I don't know. Let me see here. Yeah, okay, let me show you. Maybe here you can see it better. It's like a necklace, but with it almost looks like a pouch, maybe. Okay, let's see. So around his neck, the guard is wearing gardhasso. It has an inscription from the Quran. Okay. And is worn to ward off the evil eye and negative spirits. So it's like a necklace. I think you see it here too. Yeah. And apparently it then carries an inscription of the Quran. Again, to ward off the evil eye and negative spirits. Okay, interesting. We learned so much. Or at least I do. Okay, so, oh, nicely done. See, this one is here, and she, you know, is, well, flipped, but here. Nice. Okay, let's continue for the 6 of Swords. The man on the left is Mandigo from West Africa. People from this clan live mostly in Gambia, Senegal, and Guinea, or Guinea-Bissau. Bissau, I think. The Mandinka are descendants of the Mali Empire, who rose to power in the 13th century under the rule of the Sudianat Keita. The name Mandinka is derived from the region Manden. The Ka means inhabitant of. Manden means child of the hippopotamus. Man meaning hippopotamus, and Den child. Okay, so let me break that down. So man means hippopotamus, D or Den means child, and the Ka means inhabitant of. So hippopotamus, child, inhabitant of. So yeah, that would be the translation. The lady on the right is a Fulani Fulbe woman, but from the borders of Senegambia, which is present-day Senegal and Gambia. The Fulani are thought to be the largest nomadic ethnic group in the world. The Fulani people came to the Senegambia region during the Great Ghana Empire, originating from Senegal, Guinea, and Mali, and settling in the Gambia in the 1800s. Okay, interesting. I love that even in one picture, different ethnicities were mixed, you know? I'm enjoying that. Okay, so let's go to number 7. Sorry, 7. The 7 of Swords, you can see him here. He's a little bit smaller, but there he is. He's like guarding the gateway. Okay. A Nubian guard from another painting by Australian painter Ludwig Deutsch. I can almost recognize his paintings now. Called The Tribute. Our Nubian ancestor is guarding the gate of the mosque of Sultan Hassan in Cairo. The mosque is monumental and was opened to the public in 1359. The people walking in from the left have tributes to give as an offering to the mosque. The identity of the guard that the painter observed in Cairo remains anonymous. Okay. Well, something awesome, because it's a painting, again, done from an observation, right? So this man really existed. And we are now how many generations further? I mean, this was from 1359, yeah. Probably, even if he has a line of family, I mean, how many family names do we really get to know the further we go back, right? So again, it's like he's coming back, right? That energy is being re-given by, well, the use of maybe this tarot deck. I really like that. Okay, let's continue. Cannot lie, love the hair. It reminds me of my daughter. Okay, so the 8 of Swords. On the west coast of Africa, neighboring Eritrea and Somalia, we found this young woman from Ethiopia. She is wearing an Ethiopian Christian cross around her neck. The Ethiopian cross has a beautiful interlaced pattern which stands for everlasting life. Yes, I am familiar with the Ethiopian cross, the Orthodox cross. It's very beautiful. Yeah, here, see, they come. I have a representation also in my deck, sorry. So yeah, here you can see them. The Ethiopian church is one of the largest and oldest Christian churches in the world, having adopted it as a state region since 330 AD, although the first reference to the first introduction of Christianity was mentioned in the new state Testament as early as the 1st century AD. I know this. Whether you're interested or not in Christianity, the oldest Bible ever found, was in Ethiopia, long before we called it Christianity here in the West, you know. There is more to it than meets the eye, and again, I'm not a fan of organized religion at all, you know. This is why I would never call myself a Christian. I believe in a God, yeah, absolutely, every day, all damn day. But at the same time, I believe he gave us a heart, our emotions, and he gave us a brain, you know. When these organized religions comes with their rules and their boundaries, it's up to us to, well, break these walls, you know, and look further. But beside that, yeah, so yeah, loving the 8 of Swords in this case. Let's check out the 9. Oh, poor kid. I want to hug him. Wait. Okay, the 9 of Swords. A little African-American boy is worn down in worn-down clothes and shoes, pictured somewhere in the early 19th century. Most likely, they were still enslaved and worked on a plantation. A heartbreaking sight, and one can only imagine the pain he has endured already at his young age. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, then that always is, well, something else. Huh? But yeah, as in Rider-Waite-Smith, this is definitely the heartbreak card, or the nightmare card, sorry. Yeah, that is a nightmare. Wow. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, for the 10 of Swords, let me get it. Yeah, it's not clearly, you can see him laying here. Yeah, I hope you can see that. In all honesty, I don't know which one of these that is, because most are from the back here. This one is from the back. This one doesn't look like him, or does it? Maybe? I don't know, to be sure. Let's read. The 10 of Swords. Although not very visible, she is there. Oh, it's a she, sorry. She is a Bakutu Mongo woman wearing a Kongo, also known as Ikonga, Mongo, Kutu, or Kota, made by Mongo smiths. A leg jewelry made of bronze that woman would wear in the central part of Congo that also testified to the husband's wealth. The Mongo people have a religion that is focused mainly on their ancestors and believes in nature spirits that helped the Mongo with fertility, health, and prosperity. Divination and magic were also part of their belief system. The picture was shot in the 1950s by a Belgian photographer working for a Belgian agency called Congo Press. Okay, well, we all know, even though I'm living here right now, that, yeah, those were assholes. Yeah, I'm saying it. You can cite me, YouTube, I don't care. So yeah, in all honesty, I cannot really see very clearly which it is. Maybe her, then again, I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go to the Page of Swords. Okay, well, we see him, of course. I think that is pretty clear in this. So the Page of Sword, an illustration dated between 1800 and 1899 from the Anziku Kingdom, also called the Teke Kingdom or Kingdom of Tio, north of the Congo River and close to the Malebo Pool. The name Anzinku means from Anzinku Ziku, which means to run, referring to the people running to the border to protect the interior from incoming threats. The Azinkus were known to be gracious and excellent warriors. Okay. A little snippet, you know, but it gives you some insight, right? I like that. I like that. Okay, let's go to the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you can see the figure here in the foreground. A lancer of the Sultan of Begharmi is in Sudan. Begharmi was one of the eastern shores of Lake Chad in the central savannah. The illustration was engraved in 1839. The engraving shows a cavalryman holding a lance in quilted armor, sitting on a horse also in quilted armor. The author of the book described how the horseman was clothed in a yellow wadded jacket with a scarlet cap and mounted on the horse, which was one of the finest horses I had seen, and covered with a scarlet cloth, also wadded. The kingdom of Bahirmi emerged to the southeast of the Kanem Borno in the 16th century. This Islamic kingdom experienced a period of strength and weakness. When strong, it aggressively expanded its territory, but when weak, it was subjugated temporarily by neighboring states. Wadai was a non-Muslim sultanate or kingdom that emerged to the northeast of Bahirmi in the 16th century of an offshoot of Darfur province in present-day Sudan. Okay. So yeah, with that description, you can almost see it, right? The yellow kind of wadded thing and the red kind of wadded on the head. The scarlet kind of color, yeah. And also the horse had a scarlet cap. Yeah, nice. And apparently it was one of the most beautiful horses he had ever seen. Nice. Okay. Let's get to our queen. She looks beautiful. Ah, look. Yeah, you can see that, huh? There she is. I'm not gonna lie, I love her original hairdo better than, yeah, it was taken off, right? Yeah. But yeah, okay. The Queen of Swords. Our Queen of Swords is a Fanti woman from the Gold Coast. The picture was taken in 1916, wearing traditional Fanti attire. Fante, also spelled Fanti, people on the southern coast of Ghana between Accra and Sekondi Takoradi. I really say that wrong, huh? They speak a dialect of Akan, a language of the Kwa branch of the Niger-Congo language family. Oral tradition states that the Fante migrated from Techiman or Techiman in what is now the northwestern Ashanti region. During the 17th century, they established several autonomous kingdoms that later joined in the Fante Confederacy. Oi, I'm sorry. I know the words. Yes, okay. Yeah, it continues. The Fante have a dual lineage system. Matrilineal descent determines membership in clans and their localized segments. Every lineage has a ceremonial stool in which resides important ancestral spirits whose worship is a prominent feature of Fante religion. Patrilineal descent governs the inheritance of spiritual attributes and also determines membership in the ASAFO military organization. allegiance to the Asafo, takes precedence over that to the matrilineage. Okay. So yeah, still the father or masculine lineage will take precedent over that because it's a military organization. So I think especially in that time it was about defending, right? That took precedent. Yeah, okay. I get that, but nice. Wait, sorry. No, okay. Let's go to the King of Swords. It's very dark here, but yeah, if you have it, or maybe I can show it a little bit, you see the picture is definitely lightened, which gives us better facial features. Again, I mean, he already had a beautiful crown. Why did they take that away? Or at least recreate it, you know, because that crown was better. I think I only criticize because now I see the original. Sorry. Okay, King of Swords. The last card for today then, but here we go. The image of our King of Swords is Prince Dom Nicolau. He's from 1830 to 1860. Prince of the Old Kingdom of Congo. The original image was made on a visit to Portugal. The Queen Maria II, when the prince was not even 20 years old. The evidence of this visit was found in an engraving by a Lisbon artist whose exact image was used in our King of Swords card. This king was the first African leader to protest against colonization and act against westernization. Nice. His Congolese name was Misakai Mea Nim. At his birth, the Portuguese had invaded Western Africa and had an advantage in the trade in the area due to military hold, which made kingdoms like the Kingdom of Congo very dependent on the Portuguese. Oh, I like the rebel. And not in a bad way, right? I mean, he was right. I like that. Okay, let's continue. It's interesting. Sorry. The king received education in Portugal and it was mandatory for children of the king, that is heirs, to be educated in Portugal. While he received his education, he also became aware of the serious issues in the relationship between the Portuguese and the people of the Kingdom of Congo. When his father, King Henry II, died, a conflict arose about who would succeed the throne. When a new king was announced, the new king swore allegiance to the King of Portugal. Prince Dom Nicolau was very displeased, and he saw that the new king was more concerned about his own benefit than the welfare of his own people. The prince's story did not end well. He wrote letters of protest to the kings of Portugal and Brazil to express his concerns. Unfortunately, the news leaked to a local newspaper that falsely tagged him as a traitor. The rumor spread through the kingdom, angering the locals, which resulted in the prince getting killed. Oy. A good leader, yeah, or somebody that could have been a great leader, and yeah. Rumors. They suck. But yeah, I think that story is a very interesting one. And again, it's something I would personally want to dive deeper into, you know. But yes, here again, I think I will end everyone the same in the sense of it's very interesting, right? Again, we have that extra layer. Some things pop, other things, yeah, might fade away. But again, we have the booklet, we can refer back. For example, for me, I already see like 2 ethnicities, maybe not friends out of that time, but one helping the other, right? For me, the 6 is about harmony. You know what I mean? We will get there, right? Yeah, love her. Love the Ethiopian story in this. Yeah. Yeah, very sad, right? But I can place it in that nightmare position, even though I don't read like that. But yeah, you cannot say nice, but yeah, again, I think you know what I mean. So yes, we have that extra layer again now with diving into these ancestors at least a little bit, you know. And again, whatever feels like something you want to dive deeper into, we can then always do, you know. Yeah, let me put this one back. So we did now the majors. We did the wands. We also did the cups. And now we did the swords. So this was part 4, right? Yes. There will be one more part. Well, when we'll be diving into the ancestors of the suit of Pentacles, you know. And like I said, after that we might do just a walkthrough of the cards, just really looking at the card itself. I will see, you know, I will see. Like I said, anyway, there will be in the last part 5 of 5, where we dive into the suit of Pentacles and look at that one. Thank you again for watching. I hope you find it interesting, and because I do, but I love to share in that sense. Again, I hope to see you soon. Have a fabulous day. Stay blessed, and hope to see you soon again. Okay, bye-bye.